This crisis is unfolding and getting worse and worse and worse by the day.
Senators John Cornyn and Ted Cruz are taking a trip to the Texas-Mexico border tomorrow. The Texas senators are part of an all-Republican 19-person delegation.
Members of Congress and Governor Greg Abbott have criticized the Biden administration for its handling of the situation at the border, including overcrowded facilities holding unaccompanied minors. Anastasia Bolton with the KENS 5 border team is live at the Donna facility where migrant families and children are being held. Anastasia?
Good evening, guys. So we're at this facility where Congressman Henry Cuellar says it is overcrowded. And as far as journalists are concerned, we've not been allowed to film inside this facility or really largely any other where migrant families with children and unaccompanied children are being held. So we don't really have an impartial, clear view of what is going on. But the congressional delegation tomorrow will be able to take a look for themselves.
There's no place like this for Hispanic culture in America. I always tell people it is very much the Mexican Apollo. For nearly 75 years, we understand the pulse of our community. So we understand the voice of how we feel and think. That gives us a lot of responsibility too.
How we welcome someone.
I definitely knew that there was going to be a delegation coming.
Often leaves a lasting impression.
I want them to come.
It's a moment to show who we are.
It's my welcome sign to them.
That goes for the host and the visitor.
I know what side Reagan and Lincoln were on. I don't think the people that are using their names understand the foundations that they're trying to stand on, because they don't stand up for any of that. There's photo ops in boats, there's photo ops in helicopters, but as we have seen in the last 4 years, and probably even before that, it has not solved what they want to say is a crisis. The real crisis is them not understanding the history that created the situation that we are now so in.
¿Necesita pañales? ¿Qué talla? You see that beautiful baby right there? You know, we don't want him to be hungry. ¿Usted qué necesita?
How we welcome someone.
A lot of times they'll cry.
Often shows who we are.
Because they can't believe that someone is actually being nice to them.
Sergio Cordova is one of the people who organized Team Brownsville in 2018. Volunteers help migrants just released from federal custody get to their next destination.
We have huge numbers, between 100 to 200 you've seen per day of people that are coming, and so we're here providing the basics.
Migration is nothing new.
I wouldn't call it a crisis.
It's part of life in border communities.
I think the crisis was the last 4 years because people weren't allowed to come in. It's the people that have been wanting to come over in the last few years are now coming in, and that's why we're seeing bigger numbers.
Here, at least some crave solutions.
These are economic seeds that were planted decades ago, and we need to work with this country south of the border and to fix them. And we, in our own little way, with our own little sign, are willing to contribute to that conversation because we understand the history of it. Senator Cornyn says that he is bringing this delegation here so they can have an understanding what the border life is like and what the challenges are here. He says that he is open to bipartisan solutions to the situation. Back to you.